Hello, my name is Tom Lemler. I'm the Director of Impact Prayer Ministry, and I want to take a few minutes to encourage you to continue to pursue God in the midst of this uncertain time. I also want to spend some time to pray with you. So I was thinking this morning and shared a devotion online earlier from my Holding On and Letting Go book. Today's devotion was about letting go of greed, and I mentioned in that greed is one of those things that kind of creep into our life, and it's so much easier to see in others than in ourselves. And so as you consider your life today, consider what you have and what you share. I know fear has a way of causing us to hold on to things that we really don't have a need for, but we're not certain whether we will eventually or not. And I think that's really driving so much of the issues of hoarding that we hear about and see with the lack of things such as toilet paper in the stores. And so today, as you go about life, think about your needs and how God has continued to supply them even in the midst of this uncertain time. Sometimes we do run short of the things that we would like to have, even short of things that we really view as necessities. And yet, as we look back in time, we can see how God carries us through even those shortages. I was encouraged yesterday as my family and I went to Potato Creek to walk, and just you would have thought it was a holiday weekend. So many families out walking together and enjoying the sunshine and fresh air, and trying to create an atmosphere, I believe, for their children and for themselves that was peaceful and calming. And I would encourage you, as you're able, to do just that, to find ways to create a calm atmosphere in the midst of such uncertain times. This morning, I want to take some time and just pray. And I would encourage you to do that on a consistent basis. I know the day gets busy. I know there's still things that need done. And if you have children at home, that even adds to the busyness and the things that need done. But in the midst of that, it's a good opportunity to teach them the importance that prayer has and this communication with God has in your life. And it doesn't have to be long and extended, although that's a good thing as well. But use the moments that you can find to practice growing in this relationship with God. And do so in a way that the people in your household can see and know that God is important, and communicating with Him and listening to Him is a valuable thing. So let's stop and take some time to pray. Father, I thank you that you are a God who loves us beyond measure. Even in the midst of uncertain times, even when sickness covers our land, you love us and call us to yourself. Father, as I consider today, I pray that you would help me, you would help each one of us to examine the things that we hold on to and really honestly look at seeds, at least, of greed that may be in our life. And Father, give us a heart that is more open to sharing with the people around us. Father, as I consider the joy that I witnessed yesterday with people out and about and doing life as a family, I pray for the time that we can once again gather as your body in a single place to worship and to encourage and to uplift one another. Until then, Father, may you continue to show us ways to do that remotely, to do that through phone calls and cards and social media messages and things that can encourage others without the physical contact that we're told to avoid. Father, I continue to pray that you would remove this virus, not just from our nation, from our area, but from the world. Father, help us to learn the things that you would want us to learn through the midst of this. Father, we call out to you, and even in our calling out, Father, help us to do so in humble spirits, that we would trust you to do great things, whether this virus continues or whether it just vanishes. Father, help us to make the most of the opportunities to share Jesus with people. Father, it's times like these that really put us to the test as people. And I've seen people respond in good ways. I've seen people respond in not so good ways. So, Father, as your children, help those of us who wear the name of Christ to choose to respond in the good ways so that he is represented well. Father, whatever today brings, may we know that we do not walk through the day alone, that you are with us. And Father, as we look to you, may you be our strength, our hope, our very being. Father, we desire to reside within you and you within us. Father, even as we're away from church buildings, may we continue to be the church, your body, representing Jesus in our online activities, representing Jesus in our walks in the park, representing Jesus in our phone calls, in our communications. Father, help today to be a productive day. Oh, not that we necessarily get a lot of stuff done, but that we draw closer to you. May today be another step in our desire and our practice of seeking you with a whole heart. Father, thank you for your promise that you will be found. Father, continue to watch over those on the front lines of exposure, those that are working as essential employees in our country, those that are working in health and safety occupations that really are that front line of sick people coming to them and needing help. Father, help us to find ways to encourage those. May we not take for granted what you've provided so abundantly within our nation. Father, today may we do something that shows our world that your people are a sharing people. Father, may the hope that lies within us not get buried within us, but may it rise up and shine brightly in a world that seems rather dark at times. May Jesus be the light that people see in us. It's in his name that I pray.